Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNAN TV5 Wake Up.
I'm Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I'm coming to you to ask for your help.
As Michigan deals with a state of emergency, the governor is asking you to lower your thermostat. We'll have that story in just a moment. But first, let's take this live look over Bay City and Flint on your screen. I know it doesn't look like much from the pictures right here, but it is so dangerously cold out there. Please prepare if you have to head outside.
Yeah, and stay in if you don't. Thanks for waking up with TV5. It's 5:30. I'm Sarah Simnich.
And I'm Lena Holland here with Jamie and Chris. And unfortunately, we couldn't stay inside. But you know what? That's okay because we have heat. So remember to turn the thermostat down to at least 65 so we continue to have heat, because Jamie, that's not a day you want to lose heat, is it?
No, and people heading out to work this morning, definitely give yourself that extra time to warm up the car. Right. But Chris, we are looking forward to this warm up that we will see next week.
Yeah, today's the last bitterly cold day, I would say. We're in the teens tomorrow, which doesn't seem like a lot better, but it actually is compared to where we have been the last couple of days. And then once we get back to the weekend, temperatures actually going above our normal high this time of year, back into the 30s on Saturday and even into the 40s on Sunday. Right now, your temperatures across mid-Michigan below zero, pretty much area wide. We've got 12 below in Saginaw and Flint. Bay City, you were around 12 below a little bit earlier on. Looks like the station not reporting anything for the time being. And wind chills, of course, even colder than that. Feels like 34 degrees below zero in Saginaw, 31 below in Flint, and 30 degrees below in the Caro region. These wind chills, not quite as different as they were yesterday to some of the areas to our west, but definitely feels like 34 degrees below zero is a lot better than 51 below. That's currently being reported in the Duluth region. Now, your first 1.5 pinpoint Doppler radar is dry this morning. A little bit of light snow being reported in the Bad Axe region, but with a southwesterly wind, I imagine that's just some snow that's blowing around, some that's already on the ground. We've got most of the lake effect snow to our west this morning, and that's where I think most of it will stay as we go throughout the day today. Your day planner forecast does feature sunshine, especially on the front end once again, like we've seen the last couple of days. Maybe a few more clouds in the afternoon. Temperatures staying in the single numbers. We'll talk about that weekend warm-up coming up in a bit.
All right, thanks, Chris. Still not seeing any accidents at this hour, but we're seeing those delays in the Genesee County area. Now, if you remember around yesterday, we were talking about Genesee County receiving the most snow. Now, as for this morning with those low temperatures, it's likely that that area is very icy along some roadways. So you definitely want to be careful and just take your time if you do plan on traveling through Genesee County. For those of you in the Midland area, we aren't really seeing any major delays here along M20 where that construction zone is. Very minor and short phase of delays there. If you are heading out in Bay City across Veterans Memorial Bridge, same story, minor delays, not really seeing any problems. And here's a look at those drive times if you are traveling between Saginaw and Flint or Midland to Mount Pleasant and even down to the Detroit area. Drive times seem to be normal, but be sure if you run into any icy spots to dial back your speed. That's your on-time traffic report. Elena and Sarah, back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you. We are still under a state of emergency this morning. That means another day of closures.
Plenty of schools, universities, government buildings, and businesses are off yet again. As you can see, the latest closings coming in at the bottom of your screen. Mail delivery has also been suspended for a second straight day.
And in the midst of this Arctic blast, Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Consumers Energy ask homeowners to limit their gas use.
Yeah, the governor released a video speaking to the people of Michigan to elaborate on that request.
Due to this extremely cold weather and extremely high demand for natural gas and a facility incident, Consumers Energy has asked that everyone in the Lower Peninsula turn our thermostats down to 65 degrees or less.
That facility incident she's talking about was a fire at a Consumers Energy station in Macomb County. The fire forced that station to shut down. If your phone started blaring around 10:30 last night, that was not a test. It was Consumers Energy asking you to cut back from now until Friday at noon. Whitmer says doing so will help people get through the storm with minimal harm.
And as you'd expect, Consumers Energy's request has generated plenty of chatter on our Facebook page.
TV5's Cody Kaczynski joins us now with a look at just a few of those very many comments. Hi, Cody.
Exactly right. A few of very many. So people can get pretty opinionated when it comes to their heat. Since we posted the story on Facebook last night around 10:30, we received almost 400 comments. Jason Goss says 65 is what people set their AC to in the summer, so why the double standard? How about your fellow Michiganders? scanner, just put on an extra blanket. Scott says, I'll do that right after they voluntarily lower my monthly bill. And Joanne Gage asked, why did I get that alert when I have propane? So she'll be staying at 72 degrees. Lots and lots of opinions there, and if you'd like to join in on the conversation, share your thoughts on our TV5 Facebook page.
Yes, it's very cold, but important to remember to turn that down today. Well, here's one good thing. All of the closures mean people are staying warm and inside, but first responders are prepared to make emergency runs in the coldest of conditions. They keep blanket warmers in their vehicles, plus they bring salt to avoid slipping outside. And in some cases, they have to dig in to get their people out of tough situations.
Sometimes we have to shovel the driveways to get them out with our cots because they don't work in the snow very well.
They say that heart attacks from shoveling and frostbite are the most common issues popping up these days. So, of course, if you don't have to go anywhere, just stay indoors.
For people who have no choice but to be outside, a church is making sure they have a way to layer up and keep warm. The Great Lakes Dream Center has put coats and blankets outside for anyone to take. Pastor Mary Rathke says if you're in need, just come on over. Not only are the warm clothes helping others, but the gesture is bringing the community together.
We had one person drive up and hand us all the coats he had in the back of his car when he saw what we were doing. So it's really inspired people to help out.
Even other churches are donating. The Hopevale Community Church brought an entire truckload over. If you want to help meet the need too, the Great Lakes Dream Center is taking donations of warm clothing and blankets. Just drop them off at the church. You can find their address on our website. The extreme cold can be rough on some animals too. The workers at the Saginaw Children's Zoo have been working to ensure their safety. They've put out extra bedding, warming mats, and heat lamps. While some animals are okay to be outside, older ones and those with ailments have been brought inside.
A Snowden, Michigan man had trouble getting his medicine, so a dedicated pharmacist braved the bone-chilling cold to bring it to him. Wayne Mossbach's prescription was about to run out, so when Andrea Cusack called to remind him about his refill, she offered to deliver it personally.
I had simply asked, I said, is your driveway plowed? And they said no. I said, oh, so I might have to bring the snowmobile? And they said, we would recommend that.
And that's exactly what she did. Her husband even shared a photo on Facebook that's been getting a lot of attention. Cusack says she's made 2 deliveries by snowmobile so far, but she'll do it again if she needs to. And you can track the Arctic temperatures and be the first to know when the wind chill warning is finally lifted. You can find all that on the TV5 mobile app. It's in the App Store and on Google Play.
A major mid-Michigan employer is scheduled to release its latest economic report today. Dow-DuPont will announce its financial results for the 4th quarter and for all of 2018. The conference call is set to begin at 8 this morning. Stay with TV5 for updates.
It is National Hot Chocolate Day. Very fitting. And this week we've been looking for the very best.
So did your favorite spot make the cut? Take a look at the list.
These are the top 5 nominations for the best hot chocolate in mid-Michigan.
Yeah, head to WNEM.com. Vote for your favorite. We will announce the winner tomorrow morning right here on Wake Up.
I think I'm going to have to get some after the show. Yeah. Some warm hot chocolate would just be the thing to warm us up from this deep freeze outside. TV5 News Time is 5:38.
A crash threatened to make him miss an important appointment until a state trooper came to the rescue. Find out why he is being hailed as a hero.
Domino's is celebrating your passion for pizza, and you can reap the benefits whether you buy from Domino's or the other guy. We'll explain.
What's behind the doors of this building may surprise you. Clothes, shoes, accessories, and more. It's what many of us will call a dream closet.
We have dresses, we have suit coats, we have pantsuits and skirt suits.
But it's actually a career closet, each piece hanging with a bigger purpose in mind, to help women enter and advance in the workplace.
And you can catch that story coming up on TV5 Wake Up at 6. Now, as we take a look at I-69 in Genesee County, we do see traffic picking up this way. Good news, we are still accident-free at this hour. You're watching TV5 Wake Up. We'll be right back.